G'day, comrade subscribers. So, for the last few months, I realised that I could use the earphone and microphone that came with my phone, my iPhone. I've got an iPhone 13 mini or whatever. So I've been using that as my microphone, but I finally went out and bought proper ones, wireless me. So this, it's got a lightning plug, plugs into my phone, and then this attaches to me. So we'll see how that goes, shall we? Get that back on. Let's see. Right, well, let's have a look at these. So, Organiser II. So these have fascinated me for a while. British design, British engineering, British built. Really well designed, I think, considering that they're 40 years old. So the Organiser, well, the Organiser I as it became known after these came out, was first came out in 1984. 2K of RAM. It was basically just a PDA, personal digital assistant. It could take DATAPAKs in the back here. Couldn't really program it unless you had the maths or the science DATAPAK, which then gave you access to a simple programming language. But the Organiser one didn't have an operating system on it. So it made it difficult to program, apparently, I think, because you can't, system calls to do things like write to screen and things, I guess. Yeah, so that's so the original Organiser one had 2K of RAM, Hitachi 6301 processor running at 0.9 megahertz. So the 6301 and then the 6303 that came in the Organiser II. I think it's a CMOS version of the Motorola 6801. So obviously, we want to maximize battery life, so minimize battery usage, hence the use for CMOS. So the original Organiser came out in 1984, and then 2 years later, the Organiser II came out. So there were, I think, five iterations of the Organiser II. So the Organiser II was manufactured from 1986 all the way through to 1996, so 10 years, about 500,000 sold in total, apparently. So we've got, so I've got three of them here. So we've got the CM. So the CM was the first one to come out. Actually, I should put the battery back. I just took the battery out. So the CM was the first one to come out of the Organiser II. As you can see here, it's 6x6, so you can't really have a QWERTY keyboard, so it's alphabetic. Again, we've got space for 2 DATAPAKs, and we've got a communication port up the top. And what's interesting, what's neat, is that it's like a standard sort of socket that you can plug in a normal set of headers. So there's no weird kind of bespoke connector that you can't get these days, so that's quite neat. Same with the DATAPAKs there. You can just see you've got some pin headers there which match up with the DATAPAKs there, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Anyway, so the Organiser II came out in 1986 as model CM. So we went from 2K of RAM in the Organiser I to 8K of RAM and 6303 processor, again at 900 kilohertz. I keep going to say 900 megahertz. So let me just open it up. Battery goes in the bottom, 9-volt battery. Oh, actually, I do have a battery in there already, so we can power it on. So the Organiser I had a 16 by 1, so it had a single line display, 16 characters. Whereas, Organiser II, we've got 2 lines, 16 characters of 2 lines. So that was the CM. And then I think the same year, later on that year, I guess, the XP came out. So the XP's got the same display, 2x16, but we've gone from 8K to 16K. And then very shortly after that, we had the LA model. So we've gone from 8K to 16K to 32K. From what I understand, the XP wasn't around for very long, and there was no LA model cases. So the LAs are in these Model XP cases. So most likely it's an LA. I think, because there weren't many. I don't know. But it could be an XP, but there is a way to check that. So 1986, 1986, and then 1989, the LZ came out. So I don't actually have an LZ, so that goes in here. So we've gone from 32K. Oh, we keep 32K, but the difference with the LZ, we've got a 4x20 display now. So that's the main difference with the LZ. So actually you could, yeah, so I don't have a battery in the XP. So yeah, but then I guess a little while after that we went from 32K to 64K, which is this LZ64 model. So you can see it's a bit worn, so I might actually swap over. But you can see how well used these things were. 40 years ago, or 30 to 40 years ago, and they were used. It wasn't just a gimmick. They were actually used heavily, and companies use them as well, like chain stores and things like that with custom software. And with the COM port up here, you could plug in things and use it as a remote control for industrial equipment, things like that. So yeah, and then the DATAPAKs. So there were three types of DATAPAKs. I've only got the one type here, but there was a well, if you don't, the blanking plate. So I'm not sure how to switch these things off yet. I need to read the manual. Insert manual. Okay, I don't know. We'll do it on this one here. Okay, these are also blanking plates as well, so we'll make a note of that later. But these DATAPAKs, so there were RAM DATAPAKs. So that was just RAM battery backed with a battery. So as you can imagine, 2024, they're going to be dead. So anything interesting on them will be long gone. But then you've got these DATAPAKs, not RAM packs, I guess, just DATAPAKs. You can just open it up. It's pretty easy to open it up. I'm just making it look difficult. There we go. Top lifts off. It's just an EEPROM. So yeah, so permanent. So there could be something interesting on here. I don't know. Obviously, it's not easy to read because it's got that that interface there. But someone has actually made an Arduino gadget to actually read and also write these. So I'll probably do that at some stage. But as you can see here, we've got a label on here that we can write what's on it, and then just peel it off, and you've got the hole there, and you can stick it in one of their erasers, and it'll erase it. So it's just a UV light. So they were the kind of permanent DATAPAKs, and then there was flash packs, and so they have just got an electrically erasable PROM, EEPROM. So I know Mr. Volkman's got some of those. So obviously you don't need the UV light to erase those, and you can write over them using your organizer. So yeah, so I'm not sure what's on these, if anything. I do have some applications as well. So we've got a maths pack here. We've got a word processor. Yes, you could actually, these are actually used as word processors. That's incredible. So yeah, I think it's a brilliant bit of British engineering. It's awesome. So and the other thing is also you can program them. So they've got OPL, which was originally called Organiser Programming Language. Later on became Open Programming Language. So you can actually program on here. There's some excellent YouTube videos showing you how to do that. Or you could program obviously on your computer and then use your communication port. So originally RS-232, but some clever persons converted, made them USB version. You just plug it in like that. Got your USB cable here, and then you could transfer across like that. So I'll probably do that. I'm not sure if we'll do it in today's video, but someone's written a Adventure. The original Adventure. They've actually converted it for the Psion in OPL. So you can copy the files. So we'll probably do a separate video about that. Copy the files across, compile them, and then actually play them. But probably what we'll do today, this old leather case, is pull it apart, I guess. So you can see mine. So the LZ64 is probably the best one. It's got the biggest display, most banner RAM. But you can see this one here, the keys are pretty worn. So I might steal them from the CM. So I might do that, pull them apart and have a look. Okay, I don't know if I showed you, but yeah, just 9-volt battery just slips in like that. So we've got 2 screws there. Let's see if that's enough. So yes, I don't know how they are. To me, they're interesting. They're the fact that you can actually program them. They're not just a PDA, and well, not much use. You can actually write programs on them. So yeah, that fascinates me. Maybe not you, but it fascinates me. All right, so those 2 screws are undone. I wonder if something up here needs to be done. All right, I'll fiddle around with this a bit more. I know there's probably something online. There's a warranty void if removed. So I wonder if that means that there is a screw there. There is. Okay, shorter screw. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a speaker on the back. Pretty cool. So which one's this one? This is the CM. That's right. I want to steal the Someone has actually redesigned this as well. He's actually made new versions. Whole sequence of videos on it. All right, we've got more screws down here, so let's undo them. Coming apart. I guess that's RAM. I can't really tell. Looks like RAM, HM something. And we've got spare spot there, so I guess maybe that might be the ROM as well. So actually one thing you can, like I say, you can check what model type it is via the calculator. You can do a peek. So I'm going to do that on the XP model just to see if it's an LA. Okay, that's that's ribbon cable under there. So I've undone 1, 2, 3 screws. I don't know how else it's held in, by clips or something. Oh, there is actually one more screw under there. So I need to get this top board out, I guess. Alright, I'll fiddle around a bit more. Looks like I might have figured it out. So you've got 2 more screws under there. So you've got to kind of pull this away from the edge, and then you can lever it up, and then get to the screws. So there's 2 more screws there. I think so. We've got, this will be stuff for the display, I guess. Oh, cute little capacitors. All right. So 2 more screws. Yep, we can reach them now. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, I lost a shift key. Okay, there we go. British engineering. How cool is that, eh? So that's the keypad there. So I guess I just want to dump all these keys out, I guess. Dump them all out. Dump them into there. And then, yeah, all right. I'm going to dump them all out, stick them in there, and then also pull apart the LZ64, and we can compare the differences. Okay. Technically I haven't removed the label. The label's still there. I've just undone the screw through it. Actually, I've still got the battery in here. Amazon Basics, okay. Okay. Right, so yeah, as expected, we can see we've got the RAM. So we've gone from, which one, where was it? Here it is. Oh, it's just there. Hang on. So we've gone from 8K to 64K. Dum, dum, dum. So let's get all the plastic bits off. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I meant to say, I can't remember if I meant to say, so if you're going to buy one of these, hopefully they've got a photo of the back, and you can see if they've just got blanks, or if they've actually got some sort of interesting software, or you know, data pack or something in there, then that's obviously a bonus. Obviously, if you're just buying it and this is all they've got in there, it's a bit boring. You know, you don't want to pay top dollar for that. So yeah, anyway, so looks like it'll be the same on this. So we'll just undo these screws and we get to the keypad. Actually, I need a photo, don't I, to know where to put them all back. I'm not expecting any other changes. It's basically just the RAM. Oh, well, of course, obviously the. Oh, okay, that's different. There's a little plastic spacer there. A plastic washer. Wasn't in the other one. Yeah, obviously it's got a bigger display, so that'll make a difference. So I need to zoom in a bit if you want, if you're interested. So I need to kind of, because you want to be careful of that. Pull that in and pull this across a little bit. There we go. So that you can then lever it up. Where's my other one? So yeah, you can see some differences because of the screen. So that's the 2x16, that's the 4x20. Yeah. All right, let's get these keys out of here. And oh yeah, so it looks like, has that got another? No. It's like space for another, oh, sorry, ROM, because these were originally English only, but then looks like the ROM, okay, there's a different type of ROM as well, so you can see this one looks smaller than these ones. But yeah, there was additional ROM, I think, for additional languages, I think. So, okay, this one also has a little plastic washer. Okay, out you come. Cool. All right. Well, give the screen a bit of a clean, I guess. Oh, I want to be careful with the zebra strips. Okay. Oh, give that a bit of a clean, I guess. And dump these into something else. All right, that's the ones I want. These are the ones I don't want. All right, now it's just a matter of, I wonder if, actually I might give this a clean actually. A bit dirty while I've got it all apart, might as well give it a clean. Got a piezo there. Yeah, I might give it a clean. All right, I'll be back whenever. And we're back. So, that's my CM. So I'll leave that in pieces for now. It's my LZ64. All the nice new keys, it's all been cleaned, so it's looking pretty good. So, just, there's probably an easier way to do this. Lift that up a bit, or just go like that. So I'll put in a battery and we'll check the version. Like so. Okay. Let's turn it on. Okay, Anglais. And now, so now we just use our, if we zoom out a bit. So you can either press the first letter or you can just use the cursor keys. So I'll just go down, execute button. Okay, we're now in calc. So now if we want to check the, okay, we can do a few things. We can do peak B. So I'm going to have to do shift for this because we're in calculator, so it defaults to to not the letters. So I'm going to have to do shift. So I want to do, let's see. Can I do it down here when we zoom in? No, it's easier if I hold it up here. All right, let's do peak B. So I guess that's peak byte. And then minus, let's see, 24 to get the model. So 24, so then we go to 24. And that, then execute. 13, so 13 is LZ4, LZ64, which we can see on our little guide here. So what we want to check is the XP model. Is it an XP or is it an XP LA? So is it an LA in an XP case? So let's do the same on the XP. Zoom out. So I think in follow-up videos, what I'll do, I'll try and make that Arduino ROM dumper, and also load that load some software like the adventure game. Let's just actually take that off. So I'll power this one on. Just adjust the contrast a bit, I guess. Alright, so like I said, we can either use the cursor keys or we can just press C to go to calc. And then we go to execute. We'll do the same thing. So peak, so peak B, and then minus 24. Execute. No, equals 2. So if we have a look at that our thing, and it is indeed a LA model, which has got the 32K of RAM rather than the 16K of RAM. So there's a few other things you can check according to this. Those are just from website, consumer models. So that's finding out the model. We've got the language, and we've got the ROM version. So peak B23. So let's have another look here. Let's just go back up again. Actually, we'll just go and then delete. So we've got the delete button. Delete it, and then 23, peak B23. 51. So that's 51 decimal. But then I think you convert it to, that's actually BCD. So if you convert it to hex. So 51 is actually version 3.3 ROM. So there is later versions of the ROM by the looks of it going up to 3.6, which is interesting. So if we do the same on our LZ model, and just do delete, again, what was it, 23 or was it 26? 23. So let's do 23, and that's equal to 70, which appears to be the last ROM version, 4.6 for the LZ64. So there we go. Let's zoom out a bit. So it's a nice little machine, and like we go back, we exit out of this. How do we do this? I think we just go there. Okay, go back to the, actually you can see I need to set the time. So I think first of all I need to go to world, so W, it's set to New York. So Sorry, I just need to scratch my foot. Okay, back. So if we go execute, no, if we go arrow keys, I think, oh no, mode, there we go. And we can set home. So if we start typing Sydney, there we go. Oh, okay, I need to select it, do I? Let's try that again. And then how do I, oh, no. Yeah, that's the one I want. How do I, okay. How do I select it? Let's try that again. Set home. Up and down. That's the one we want. No more entries, delete. Yeah, that's the one I want. I don't have to type the whole thing, do I? Let's see. Okay, let me figure this out. I've somehow done it. Go to world again. So I did find and did the same thing, Sydney. Yep. So if I go find, do Sydney, that seems to set it. Yeah, set home. Okay, okay, so that's setting the world. Okay, I was trying to set home. That's setting my home. Okay. If we go back, we need to set time. So we go to T. Okay. Mode. Let's say, so we want to go to set. So it is, oh, I need to check the date. Saturday the something. Let me just check. Got it. So up and down, so it's the 24th. Oh, actually, let's go over to month. So it's August the 24th. And which way am I going? Wrong way. Keep going. There we go, Saturday. Okay. Now the time is 16:45. So let's do 24 hour. Let's go up. 16, let's go down. 16:45 or 16:54 actually, so that's close enough. Okay, we've got the time set. We've got the time up the top there. So yeah, so we don't have any applications installed at the moment. We've just got the DATAPAKs. So if we put in word processor, what have we got here? We've got an assembler, we've got a maths pack. Well, I'm not sure how to use the maths pack. If I need to turn it off, program, X files, utils. Oh, that's how you turn it off. Okay. Because you can actually program X file. Okay, so program that has added something. Oh, that's for programming, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I need to figure this out a bit more, don't I? It's just cool. I just like it's just so well made. Yeah, so I need to figure that out. This was just the first quick look at it. Off. There we go. Yeah. So a few things to do. I'm going to try and copy some software across using the USB, compile it and run a program. So that'll be part 2, I think. let's see. Hopefully that was of some interest if you ever wondered about these machines. Bye for now.